What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex. You watching a Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. On Christmas Day, I watched The Interview. The Interview is, of course, the very controversial film starring Seth Rogen and James Franco about an assassination attempt on North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. Now, I'm not here to talk about the controversy. I'm here to talk about the film, and I'm going to be reviewing this movie as a movie. I'm not going to be talking about this film in relation to all the controversy. No, I'm not going to talk about that. Let's just talk about the film. Is it good or is it bad? Well, let's get down to it right now. First of all, I'll let you guys know that this movie is very, very funny. Okay? And it has a lot to do with the chemistry between James Franco and Seth Rogen's character. Another thing that makes it really funny is that it's directed by Seth Rogen. And when they're together, they're on fire. Okay? They're just so funny together. But when they're not with each other, James Franco is a little bit over the top. Now, it's kind of like his character is comparable with his character that he played in Pineapple Express. Yeah, James Franco's character in The Interview is really, really similar to his character in Pineapple Express. But I found that his character in Pineapple Express is actually funnier because he acts like a goofball, and it's justified because he's high all the time. On the other hand, James Franco's character in The Interview, he's a bit of a goofball, and he acts really, really over the top. But I don't think it really fits the character. It's a little bit too much, a little bit goes a little bit overboard. But on the other hand, when they're together, when Seth Rogen and James Franco are together in a scene together, it fits. Their comic timing feeds off of each other. So that's what I really liked about it. Now Seth Rogen, on the other hand, he's kind of like the serious version of his character in Knocked Up. Okay, in Knocked Up, he's a stoner, but in the second half, or by the time you get to the third act, he's a little bit more cleaned up, and he's a little more serious. I find that Seth Rogen is more that character. And I like that about his character, because we don't see him playing these types of characters all the time. I think that, I guess his character would be a little bit comparable to the character he played in The Green Hornet. But anyways, this movie is really driven by Seth Rogen and James Franco. I wouldn't say that it would some of the comedy would be driven by Randall Park, who played Kim Jong-un. I think that his character is funny, but it really doesn't live up to the comedic timing and the hilarity that the other two have. All right, Randall Park as Kim Jong-un, it has its moments. All right, and he's funny at times, especially in sometimes with James Franco and Kim Jong-un together, but it feels a little bit forced. It feels a little bit like, okay, we're here with this ridiculous North Korean dictator. Let's make him funny. It almost feels very, very forced. But anyways, I enjoyed this film. I didn't set any expectations for myself when watching this film. I didn't think about the controversy. I didn't think about all the hype surrounding this movie and all the publicity. I just thought of it as a film, and I think that this movie is actually pretty entertaining, pretty funny, and there are some great moments in here that'll really, really make you laugh. Now, this is like raunch humor, a little bit of gross out humor, and it's even got a little bit of graphic violence in it. But all that stuff combined together makes it quite hilarious. So I'm going to say that I recommend it. I would check it out if I were you. Just watch it just because you're curious, all right? A movie like this, originally people didn't want to watch a movie like this, or at least some people were looking for a good comedy, wanted to watch it, but everybody else didn't care to watch it. And then after all the controversy, then they wanted to watch it. And then some people came out with too high expectations, and then at the end of the day, it felt like a mediocre comedy. To me, it felt like your typical Seth Rogen movie. But I mean, if we're looking at Seth Rogen movies, I think The Neighbor is funnier, or the Neighbors, or The Neighborhood, the one where he moves in with the the Zac Efron. You know that one I'm talking about. But anyways, that one was funnier. This one is still funny, but some of the moments feel a bit like forced humor. And there you have it. I'm gonna give this movie a 7 out of 10. Okay, 7 out of 10. A character that's really funny in this movie is the Jung Park or something like that. Anyways, the female Korean character. She's really funny. She's a bit unexpected, but I really liked her character in this movie, and I think that's about all I have to say. And I'm going to wrap it up right here. My review is done. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10, and I'm done talking about it, but I just wanted to talk about a spoiler moment right now. If you haven't seen the movie, stop watching this movie right now because my spoiler-free review is done. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. There's one complaint that I have for the movie. Okay, one complaint that would have made the movie so much better. Okay, we all know that North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un is an evil person. Okay, in real life, and also he's an evil person in this movie. Even though they play him out as a funny character, it doesn't matter. He's still Kim Jong-un. So he is a representation of a real life person. That's what Randall Park is. What I would have loved to see is a more gruesome and spectacular death scene. They didn't really give us that. You know, Kim Jong-un, he got lit up, he got set on fire. You know, you see him kind of about to explode, but then it's all covered by the fire, which was of course CG, right? And I'm just thinking that wasn't very satisfying. It didn't feel like a very satisfying ending. There was all this build up towards the assassination attempt, but then, you know, I felt it was a little bit like a cop out because a gruesome death would have been too much. I think that as a character and also as a real life person, he deserves a gruesome death. He deserves a spectacular death. He deserves for all the audience to see his body explode in the most gruesome fashion. Okay? I would have loved to see that, and it would have actually made the movie even better. Why? Because it is very satisfying. And people like to leave the movie satisfied. You know what I'm saying? So I felt that everything leading up to it was cool. It was funny. There are times when it was not funny. And then later on, once we get to the very end, it didn't quite meet my expectations for what a spectacular death scene would have been like for someone who is the most evil person in the entire world. Okay? So that's all I gotta say in this video. Once again, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. And there you have it. Let me know your thoughts about this movie in the comment section below. As always, if you enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, @RaginNation. My name's Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. J.J. Abrams served as a producer. You know he's able to get his fingerprints all over the movie. Well, I'm sure we're going to see some of that, but we're also going to see another